The great halls stand quiet now. The echo of footsteps has faded, and the chandeliers glimmer softly in the evening light. For more than a decade, these walls have held laughter, heartbreak, and the rhythm of lives intertwined. But before we say goodbye, let's walk these corridors once more and remember why this story became a home for millions. A mist rolls over the English countryside, and the morning sun paints the stones of Downton in gold. For years, the house stood as a witness to time, to war and peace, to joy and loss, to change that came whether anyone was ready or not. Inside, silence feels sacred. The library that once echoed with debate is still. The dining table that once glowed under chandeliers waits in quiet reverence. Every tick of the clock feels heavier, marking not just another hour but the close of an era. Downton Abbey was never just a show. It was a living, breathing memory, a world where elegance met endurance, and humanity was laid bare beneath silk and duty. Viewers didn't just watch these characters. They lived alongside them. From the nobility upstairs to the servants below, every soul mattered. And though the final curtain falls, the bond remains. Because what Downton gave us was more than entertainment. It was belonging. Remember the first time you heard that haunting piano theme? It wasn't just music. It was a promise. That for a short while, we could step into a world of grace and purpose, where love and honor still held meaning. Even as the seasons moved forward and modernity crept in, Downton reminded us that beauty doesn't fade, it transforms. This farewell is not an ending. It's a thank you. It all began with a simple idea, a home where history and humanity could meet. No heroes in capes, no special effects, just people, flawed, proud, kind, and deeply human, finding their way in a changing world. No one expected it to become a global treasure. Yet Sunday evenings around the world became sacred rituals. Millions gathered not for spectacle, but for connection. In every look, every silence, every breath between words, there was meaning. Downton Abbey spoke of family, love, class, and time, the forces that shape us all. It showed us that elegance and struggle can exist side by side, that love and duty often pull in opposite directions. And that time eventually changes everything. No matter how grand or humble one's station, we remember Lady Mary, graceful yet wounded. Carson, steadfast and proud. Mrs. Hughes, wise and warm. Anna, brave and loyal. Each carried light and shadow, each a thread in a tapestry of truth. That truth is why Downton endures. Beneath its beauty, it held a mirror to real life, reminding us that progress may be relentless, but the values that guide us are eternal. Behind the scenes, another story unfolded, one of devotion. Before the cameras rolled, a small army of artists breathed life into every inch of Downton. Carpenters built corridors that looked centuries old. Designers stitched history into fabric. Every flicker of candlelight, every echo of footsteps was crafted with care. Nothing was random. Everything meant something. Highclere Castle, the heart of Downton, was more than a location. It was a soul. Its halls carried whispers of stories long before the show existed. The crew treated it not as a set, but as a living memory. They worked through rain, cold, and endless takes, driven by purpose, not fame. Because they knew they were part of something rare, art that didn't just entertain, but transported. The magic of Downton wasn't born from spectacle. It was born from sincerity, from a shared devotion to create something timeless. For the cast, Downton was more than work. It was a family. Those corridors became their second home. Costumes became second skins. Goodbyes, both scripted and real, carried the same ache. They laughed together between takes, supported one another through milestones, and poured genuine emotion into every scene. When the final cut came, silence filled the air, not empty, but full of pride, gratitude, and love. Some carried keepsakes home, a letter, a ring, a trinket, not as trophies, but as memories. Because Downton didn't just shape their careers, it shaped their hearts. Great stories change their audiences, but Downton changed those who told it too. It taught them that quiet moments often hold the loudest truths, and that restraint can be more powerful than grandeur. Even now, when they revisit those scenes, the past comes rushing back, the laughter, the tears, the warmth. It isn't memory, it's feeling, a sense of belonging to something that will never fade. Every story must close, and yet Downton's ending feels eternal. Lady Mary stands at the window, serene and strong, a symbol of resilience. Carson, polishing silver one last time, carries pride in every movement. Mrs. Hughes walks beside him with the quiet certainty of a life well lived. Lady Edith finally stands in her own light, no longer defined by others, but by her courage. Anna and Bates, hands intertwined, embody love that endures against all odds. And Thomas Barrow, once lost, now redeemed, reminds us that everyone deserves a second chance. Their farewells aren't grand speeches, they're unspoken gratitude. The Abbey doesn't mourn, it remembers. The ticking clock, the echo of carriages, the laughter of dinners long past, all become part of its soul. Downton's spirit doesn't fade with the lights. It lingers, in every fan who hums the theme, in every home where families watched together, in every heart that still believes in dignity and kindness. It taught us that change doesn't have to erase tradition, that gentleness isn't weakness, and that love, in all its quiet forms, is timeless. For millions, Downton Abbey became a refuge, a return to grace in a noisy world. It reminded us that simplicity can be profound and that true strength often hides behind calm restraint. Even now, when the music plays, something stirs inside us. It's not just nostalgia, it's connection, a thread between past and present. Downton's endurance doesn't come from fame, but from feeling. It became part of family life. Tea on Sunday evenings, shared tears, shared smiles. It showed us that stories don't need explosions to be unforgettable. They can end with understanding, with peace, with love. Time moves forward, but Downton stands still, eternal in memory, untouched by change. Every rewatch feels like stepping home again. The fire still burns. The warmth remains, because Downton Abbey isn't bound by its era. It lives wherever people believe in loyalty, grace, and compassion. It endures because it reflects the best of us. The sun sets over the fields, the sky glowing in gold and rose. The house stands proud and silent, its windows shimmer, holding the light of every story told within. This isn't just an ending. It's gratitude to the dreamers who built this world, to the cast and crew who gave it life, and to every viewer who felt something deep and real in its quiet beauty. You didn't just watch Downton Abbey, you lived it. You felt its warmth, its longing, its grace. Downton reminded us that though time changes everything, kindness never goes out of fashion. As the final notes fade and the great house rests, we realize something simple. We never truly say goodbye to the stories that change us. They remain in the way we speak, the way we remember, the way we carry a bit more grace into our own lives. Downton Abbey was never just fiction. It was a reflection of our hopes, our courage, our humanity. And even as the screen fades to black, its spirit glows softly, timeless and eternal. Thank you, Downton Abbey, for every moment, every lesson, and every quiet reminder that beauty, no matter how fragile, never truly fades.